Okay, so as you can see, the building is completely built. It turned out beautiful. We were really excited about this build. Now for probably one of the most exciting parts, getting all of the doors installed. So in this particular case, the doors come completely built from the factory. There's a left door and a right door, and it's marked on each one. What we're gonna do now is put 3 hinges on each door. When we're installing the hinges, we wanna be careful to make sure we're using the correct screw. So with the kit, there's 2 different sizes of screws. The shorter screws are the screws that you use to mount the hinge into the actual door itself. The longer screw is the one that you use to mount the balance of the hinge to the building. Okay, so here's a little pro tip for you. When you're installing the hinge, if you just close the hinge to a 90-degree angle and slide it against the edge of the door, this will help you to get it aligned properly. Okay, in a previous step, if you guys remember when we attached the door trim, they said to just tack it loosely. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we've taken all of our measurements. The building is perfectly plumbed, especially off of this side. So we're gonna go ahead and finish fastening this piece of trim pretty tight, and we're gonna make sure that it's 100% secured, because the screws that go through the hinge are actually going to attach into the trim. The screw does make it into the 2x4 just a little bit, but we're really gonna wanna make sure that we have these trim boards installed tightly. Okay, now it's time to install the doors. We're gonna start with the left door first. When you're installing the doors, one of the things that we did was we grabbed a couple pieces of the smart siding and we used them as a shim at the bottom, and we actually stacked, in this particular case, 2 pieces. For your particular building, it may be a little bit different, but we used those as a shim for the bottom. The other thing that you want to pay attention to is you want to have an even gap along the hinge side the whole way down. That way it gives the door room to swing open and closed. So what we did was we just used a couple leftover nails at the bottom and the top as spacers. See if it opens. Okay, now that the double doors are installed, we're going to install the barrel bolt, which is basically just a locking mechanism that's going to keep the fixed door shut when you're closing and locking the outside doors. To do that, basically I just lined up the bottom of that with the 2x4 that's along the side of the pre-constructed door. And then to figure out where I have to drill the hole down through the floor, I just simply unlatched the bolt, took a hammer, gave it a couple taps, unlocked it. That created an indentation where I'm going to go ahead and drill my hole. Okay, now it's time to install the door hasp, which has the locking mechanism, which allows for a padlock if you'd like to lock it up, or just simply turn it to lock it. We're going to install that on the active door. And basically, I'm just going to eyeball it here, lining it up, making sure that everything is appropriately spaced so that it can open and close properly. Okay, in this particular case, we went ahead and hinged our door on the right side of the door. You can either hinge it right or left, it's totally up to you. One thing to note is that there is a door stiffener that's included. You would install it as per the instructions, but it's going to go on opposite of the hinge side. So in other words, this particular door is hinging on the right side, so the stiffener's on the left. It would be vice versa if you chose to hinge it on the left side. Okay guys, there you have it. This 12 by 16 shed turned out absolutely beautiful. We're super excited about this project. We have everything ready for the roofing material. In our particular case, Our roofer is going to come and they're going to install architectural shingles, but obviously you could choose whatever sort of roofing material you would like for your particular build. Sometimes folks like to match their roof to their home. Sometimes there are HOA restrictions, etc. So you'd want to check with them to make sure you're installing the right product. A couple things to note is that we have chosen the optional upgrade for the window package. Each one of these windows is an uninsulated single hung window, and it actually comes with the window itself as well as the shutters. These shutters are paintable, so this is a really nice package. In this particular case, we've added 2 windows, but one nice thing about a lot of our products and a lot of our sheds and barns, you can almost add as many windows as you would like. Again, we hope you guys have appreciated and enjoyed the build. We're excited to be able to provide you with whatever shed, barn dominium, etc. that you would like, and you're gonna love it. The build's gonna go well, and we really appreciate it.